Here, what you're going to do, you're going to watch this entire video, then close it and do one thing. Just one. But first, let me show you exactly what's happening inside your head, because once you see it clearly, you can't unsee it. You wake up with good intentions. Today is the day. You're going to work on that project, make progress on that goal, finally start. Then your phone is in your hand. 5 minutes becomes an hour. You tell yourself you'll start after lunch. Lunch passes. You're tired. You'll start tomorrow when you have more energy. At night, you lie there. The guilt is familiar by now. You make promises to yourself in the dark. Tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow comes and the cycle runs again, exactly as it did today, exactly as it did last week, last month, maybe last year. This isn't a character flaw. This is your brain doing what brains do. Here's the psychology. Two systems are running in you simultaneously. One wants to build something, it sets goals, imagines success, feels the pull of what's possible. The other wants safety, it avoids discomfort, seeks ease, steers you away from anything uncertain. Right now the second one is winning, not because you're weak, because your brain is wired to protect you from pain and effort feels like pain. So it offers you the easier path, scroll, watch, drift, and rewards you with a small dopamine hit for taking it. Your brain thinks it's helping. It's actually robbing you. Every day you choose comfort over action, you're teaching your brain that your goals aren't worth the discomfort. You're deepening a groove that gets harder to climb out of the longer you stay in it. Here, what you're probably telling yourself, that you just need more motivation, that disciplined people have something you don't, that if the spark would finally come, everything would change. It won't. Motivation is a feeling and feelings pass. You cannot build a life on something that comes and goes. What you actually need are systems, small, repeatable actions that don't require you to feel ready, because ready is a lie your brain tells you to keep you still. And perfectionism. That needs to be named clearly. You're not waiting for the perfect plan because you have high standards. You're waiting because if you never start, you can never fail. Perfectionism is fear in a suit. It's your brain giving you a respectable sounding excuse to stay exactly where you are. Deep down you know this. You know the fantasy of what you could do is safer than testing whether you actually can. But a hollow belief isn't the same as proof. And right now, you have neither. Here's the truth that actually frees you. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is. When you fail, you learn something real. When you do nothing, you stay exactly the same. Every person you admire has failed more times than you've tried. The difference between them and you isn't talent or luck. It's that they moved anyway. So how do you break the cycle? First, accept that you will not feel like it. Not today, probably not tomorrow. The feeling isn't coming to rescue you. You take action first, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes the feeling follows. Every time you act without the feeling, you're rewiring your brain. You're proving to it that discomfort won't kill you. You're building the muscle. Start embarrassingly small. 1 paragraph, 15 minutes, 1 phone call. It doesn't matter how small. It matters that you do it, then do it again tomorrow. You're not building a masterpiece right now. You're building the habit of showing up because consistency is what actually changes a life. Your environment is running your behavior more than your willpower is. If the phone is next to you, you will check it. If the desk is cluttered, your thinking will be cluttered. Willpower is not the answer, design is. Remove the distractions before you sit down. Put the phone in another room. Turn off notifications. Protect your focus time like it's the most important appointment you have, because it is. And stop consuming content about doing things as a substitute for doing things. Watching videos about productivity isn't productivity. Reading about discipline isn't discipline. You already know what you need to do. The gap isn't information. It's execution. So after this ends, go execute something. You will fall back sometimes. You'll skip days. You'll have a bad week. That's not failure, that's the process. The people who succeed aren't the ones who never slip. They're the ones who don't let one bad day become a bad month. They acknowledge the setback and get back on track the same day if they can, the next day if they can't. And stop using guilt as a motivator. It doesn't work. Hating yourself for yesterday doesn't build today. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you're trying to help. You missed today, so what's one thing you can do right now? That's it. Forgiveness isn't lowering the standard. It's removing the weight so you can actually move. You are not lazy. Lazy is not who you are. It's what you've been doing, and those are not the same thing. Who you are is someone with real potential, real ideas, and the actual capacity to change. What you've been doing is avoiding discomfort because your brain hasn't learned yet that discomfort is where growth lives. Now you understand the pattern. Understanding won't change anything by itself, but it's the first accurate map you've had. Ambition without action is just daydreaming, but discipline without self-compassion burns out fast. You need both, the willingness to act when you don't feel like it, and the grace to come back after you fall short. So hear what comes next. You close this and you do one thing. Not 10 things, not a complete overhaul, one thing that moves you forward. That single action will teach your brain something it hasn't learned yet, that you're serious this time. Then you do one thing tomorrow. That's the whole strategy. One small, consistent choice repeated, not glamorous, not motivating, but it's the actual mechanism behind every life that got built on purpose. You've spent enough time imagining it. Now go build one thing, not someday, now.